Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today we have our guest Jack, who's with us again. He's been on a couple other episodes. If you may have seen them, we did one back at his place where we reviewed his Jeep Wrangler. You can check that out via the link above. Then not too long ago, he also brought a BMW Sport Wagon that we also did a review on. You can check that out also via the link above. Today he brought this Dodge Challenger. It's got some cool upgrades. It's not the Hellcat, but the one right under it. And he's going to go ahead and do an overview explaining some of the functions in it and the engine. We're also going to take it for a test drive, see what it has to offer. Let's go ahead and get started.
All right, so like Andrew said, this is a 2017 Dodge Challenger. This is the Scat Pack Edition, which has the trademark Rumblebee here on the side. This is also a shaker hood edition, so what that means is that you have the hood scoop here that sticks out. They call it the shaker because as you're driving it, you can see it shake and kind of gives you that old school muscle car feeling. Walking around, this is a Dodge color. I do not remember the name of the green. So this is a 392 Hemi, which is a 6.4 liter V8. It is non-turbo, non-supercharged. A supercharged would mean that it's a Hellcat. So this is the biggest motor you can get that's just regular, naturally aspirated. V8 engine does have a cold air intake here. This is the shaker hood, which is removable so that you can access other parts of the engine. A 392 cubic inch, so basically it's 485 horsepower and 467 foot-pounds of torque, so it'll really get out of its own way. Does 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, which I don't know if we'll demonstrate on this video or not because I don't want to get any tickets. But very, very sharp lines on it. It's got 20-inch wheels. It's got lots of other accessories, what a lot of people would call the luxuries of having a car. It's got heated mirrors, heated seats, heated steering wheel, backup camera. It's got an Alpine entertainment system, a sunroof, has an 8-speed automatic transmission with the option to use paddle shifters when either you're in sport mode, which will adjust how it steers, the suspension, the gear, where it changes on the gears. And then it has what is called track mode, which allows you to set launch points if you're taking it to find out how fast it'll do a quarter mile or anything like that. Also, with this, you have the upgraded Brembo brake package in front and rear. So it's got slotted rotors and upgraded 4-piston brake calipers for extra stopping power, which you will definitely need. Makes for a great ride and good confidence when you're driving. Also with this particular model has an upgraded exhaust. It has an aftermarket Borla exhaust, which adds horsepower and sounds really, really mean, which we will demonstrate right now. Yes, it's sporty, it's fast, it's quick, but you also want to have a vacation and take some people places. You have plenty of trunk space. So it's got a big trunk. It's like any other car. It's got down here, you'll see it's a little unique, no spare tire, has an air compressor instead, and the battery is actually located in the back. That's just to help with weight distribution, because the idea is obviously you want to be well balanced and quick when you have a car like this. Lots of good uses and still quite practical too.
Programs and specializations in fields like business, cybersecurity, healthcare, and more. You can gain the skills you need to get moving and get ahead.
Man, you can really feel the engine too, vibrating in here.
Oh yeah, you can definitely, especially in a sport mode. It's
Well, once we get back, I just want to kind of go over the settings. There's different settings you can do here on the computer to kind of tune it for sport mode and stuff, and we'll go over that when we go back. These seats are very firm, real good support. Very comfortable to sit in. All right, so Jack, why don't you go ahead and just do just a brief overview of the system that this has and the different ways to set the sport mode and all that?
Sure. So this is a Uconnect system, which is a Chrysler specific product. Every manufacturer has their own little thing, but this is Uconnect. Basically, this has you Bluetooth, all that normal stuff that you have, but it also has like an apps dashboard. So you have different apps that you can go to, turning on like passenger heated seats and vents. Right now it's not running, so here, I'll just turn it on. So that way, see, now you can like driver's heated seat, you got the driver's vented seat, passenger vented seat, so when it's hot outside you feel a little cooling on your back. You got your performance page. So basically what that does is it gives you performance information of what the car's been doing, 0 to 60 time, how fast you're getting, your top speed.
Well, that's cool.
All that stuff. I haven't used this one yet, so it's loading, much like everything else in technology. We want it to be fast, but it's not always fast, but we want it to be fast.
Now, this isn't where you would set it in sport mode, right? This just kind of
Correct.
gives you your status,
So-
like your stats.
Right, so this gives you like your stats. We'll come back to that since it's taking too long. And then you can have other stuff on here like mirror dimming, heated wheels. So this is like other things for your vehicle. You go back to like your main page. So like controls, go to controls, and you can use some of your hot buttons. You can just do stuff fast. And go into your settings. This is where you would set the other things for your car, like you need to set the clock, you need to change the display. So I can go here and change the display. I can say it's auto this. I can set a theme. So like if I go here, it's like different themes. So Dodge 1, and it'll show you what that theme is. Dodge 2, different backgrounds that you can have.
That's pretty cool.
And then when you want to see the performance piece of it, there's a button down here that says Super Track Pack. That is part of the Scat Pack Edition. So you hit that, and it comes up with this. So this is your performance controls. So it sets up your launch control. So launch control would be, okay, I'm going to set it for this particular RPM. Once I hit that RPM, I don't have to have my foot on the brake. The car will hold the brake for me.
Oh, cool.
And then as soon as I hit that RPM, it'll let it go, and you just...
So until you hit that RPM, it has it locked, and then it releases it. Wow,
Correct.
that's pretty cool.
Correct. And then you go back to this. So this sets up your modes. So right now, if I put it in sport mode, these are all the things that it'll do while it's in sport mode. So it has a sport transmission, so that changes the shifting parameters, so you get more of like that sports car shift. The paddles, which means now the paddle shifting is on, so if I want to use this to change the transmission, up gear, down gear over here. Traction, so put it in sport traction. It takes the traction control off, so your wheels will go like, normally traction control keeps you from spinning wheels. Having that off, you can do that. Sport steering.
This car is this is rear wheel drive all the time, right?
Correct.
There's no all wheel drive
Correct.
or anything like that.
Strictly rear wheel drive.
Okay.
Pushing you forward.
Okay.
And then steering, you have sport, normal, or comfortable.
Oh, cool. What does that do?
Sport, so basically it tightens the steering, so it's more responsive. You feel more like normal would be just like any other car, and comfort is if you're just casually going along and you can just do it with one finger.
Sure.
No problem. So yeah, so that's pretty much that. So you can turn that back off, and then you have default modes, and it tells you where you're at.
And then as far as this transmission, because I know this is an automatic transmission, but I believe you had mentioned earlier this is what, 8-speed?
Correct. It is an 8-speed automatic transmission. So when you're driving, you can feel it really going through
Shifting
it,
quick.
and it makes a difference. It's like a lot of people will always say, "Oh, I prefer a manual transmission so I can feel in line with the car." Which, yeah, that's nice. I have one on my Toyota Tacoma, but in these, personally, I like the 8-speed automatic because it's just so responsive, and it's like you can focus on just driving the car,
Cool.
and you don't feel disconnected from it. So you got navigation, the normal stuff. So.
All right, well, that pretty much wraps up this overview and kind of walk around review of this Dodge Challenger. Jack, thanks for bringing it out and having us take a look at it. As mentioned before, you can check out some of the other videos we did with him with other vehicles. I hope this video was informative for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Please send me any questions, any comments. If it's anything I can't answer, I can pass it on to Jack and get any answers that you may have about this vehicle. He works in the automotive industry, so he deals with a lot of cars and a lot of mechanics and stuff. So please send any questions, any comments. As always, I appreciate all the support, so please like the video, subscribe to this channel. We'll see you next time.
Bye.